Yes! Alright. What's up, motherfuckers and scumbags? Peter Joseph here for video number 3 on your Triple Threat Wednesday. Once again, right here on the official Peter Joseph Wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now, to this very channel and my other channels, which are down below, you know where, in the description box below. So subscribe to the channels, like the video, and leave a comment if you wish. And also, if you want to follow me on social media, you could if you're real. If you're not, go fuck yourself. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. And most importantly, tap that fucking bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video or any videos that I do on my respective channels. So you stay in the loop, you don't miss a beat. Because if you miss it, well, you're SOL. And I think we pretty much know what that means. And that's it. So, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish, hit that bell so you don't miss the next video, and enjoy. And if not, you can go fuck yourself and get out. But if you watch for 1 second, it counts as a view. So, thank you. And that's pretty much it. So, thank you. Like Jimmy Fallon would say. I haven't done that in a while. I used to do that back when I did live shows, but not so much anymore because I don't do live shows that much anymore. We'll do it eventually, but you know, if certain trolls will let me actually do live shows, but they want to do their bullshit when I go live, then it doesn't even pay to go live because you know they're gonna do their bullshit, you know. But that's how it is, you know. They want to try to ruin your show and humiliate you, and then. But it is what it is, you know. I don't care about these people, and they think they're better than me. They're not. None of them are. None of these people that knew me back then, or even know me now. They don't know me from a hole in the wall. So, you all can go fuck yourselves. It is what it is, you know. Like the WWE always says, good luck in your future endeavors. But some of you, I hope you have bad luck for the rest of your life. But I digress. Alright, enough about that. Alright, so check out my first 2 videos of the day. My big time tribute to the man who passed away today, sadly, Terry Funk! You know, Terry Funk passed away at 79 today. Really shocking day in the world of professional wrestling. The sport of professional wrestling lost a hardcore icon like Terry Funk. Without Terry, there would be no ECW, there would be no XPW, FMW in Japan. All Japan, Big Japan. You know, and even now, there wouldn't be not much hardcore wrestling in WWF back in the Attitude Era. Or even in WCW and NWA at the time. There'd be no, well, without Dusty Rhodes, there'd be no War Games, you know. But there'd be no barbed wire matches, exploding barbed wire matches, bomb matches. I mean, the crazy stuff that Terry Funk used to do. I mean, we wouldn't even have XPW or even Wrestling Society X. Hey, remember that? Which was a basic ripoff of XPW and Japan. There'll be no GCW. There'll be no IWA. You know, House of Hardcore. CCW, or any hardcore federation that's out now or was out then. There wouldn't be no hardcore without guys that paved the way for those hardcore wrestlers like Matt Tremont and Jimmy Lloyd and even Nick fucking Gage. MDK all day, Cody. There would be no guys like I said, Matt Tremont, Jimmy Lloyd, and all those other guys that emulated, Terry Funk and grew up on Terry Funk. There would be no Dudleys really, or the gangsters, right, Jerome, motherfucker? Yeah, exactly. There would be no hardcore wrestling without guys like Bruiser Brody, like Abdul the Butcher, the Sheik, and Terry Funk, and Cactus, of course, Mick Foley. Without those guys, there would be no hardcore wrestling. Wrestling would just be generic. We wouldn't be having like hardcore cage matches, like exploding cage matches or some shit like that. For guys like Onita and Hayabusa and even Sabu. There would be no Jun Gasai, the guy with the crazy glasses. And he just goes like, boom, blows himself up half the time. But I don't even think there would be any hardcore wrestling in Japan without Terry Funk or Onita or Hayabusa, guys like that, Sabu, and forget it. But watch the video down below, my heartfelt tribute to Terry Funk. And that's it. And also on this channel, you can watch my NXT review that I did earlier in the night. And that's pretty much it. Alright. So I hope everybody had a great Wednesday. Pretty cool here in the Northeast. That's good. Get away from the heat and humidity. As we're rolling on. We're 1 week away from Labor Day weekend, the unofficial end of summer. And then for some of you kiddies out there, you go back to school in a little over a week and a half. College kids, some of them, have gone back already or about to go back. The kiddies, some kids, depending on what state you live in, they've gone back already. They start in school. So, stay in school, ladies and gentlemen. Or else you end up like half these douchebags on YouTube. No education and no brain. I got 2 college degrees. I'm smart. Unlike some people. It is what it is. Very knowledgeable. I mean, I have the voice for YouTube. I have the voice for radio. I work in the music business. So I'm gifted. I'm blessed to do what I do. I could have been a weatherman. I wouldn't have. If I went to become a weatherman, I wouldn't. I'd be on. If I got on TV, I'd be seen by millions of people and everything. There would be no 2 million hits. There would be no YouTube channel or anything really. Anything in the world of music. I wouldn't meet like Ozzy or anything like that. But I'm blessed to have, the life I have, meeting great people in the wrestling realm and the music world. I mean, it is what it is. You people think it's Make-A-Wish? No. No. You can't prove it either. As much as you think you can, you can't. That's why it's called right place at the right time. Even without VIP, I meet wrestlers. I meet the musicians that I do. Even the indie bands I hang out with. pays to be the man sometimes. It does pay to be the man. And I thank God every day for, blessing me with talent and the golden voice and the silver tongue to do what I do. I did college radio from 1995 to 2001 on Kingsborough Radio here in my hometown, Brooklyn, New York. And then stopped for a while, then got back in 2004, and then went all the way from 2004 to early 2010. And that was a big deal on college radio. Big fucking deal. I met some, played some great music, met a couple bands, like Sugargrass, like Dirty Mother Nation. This band over here, I got the it's like an EP, but these motherfuckers, good friends of mine, by the way. My other friends, December's Fall, wouldn't have met them without MySpace. MySpace, Kenny! MySpace, you kidding me? Yeah, without MySpace, I wouldn't have known in this moment, or many other bands that came from the MySpace era. Like, From a Lacerated Sky, which is a band that was named after, a lyric from Raining Blood by Slayer! Fucking Slayer! But I met some other bands that I met through Facebook, and some of them went to college with me. Put them on the radio, got major exposure. Without me, basically, half of them would be gone. Most of them are, but they're doing their own thing. They're in other bands, doing their own thing in the music realm. But I help them out once in a while. It is what it is. That's why I go to a lot of concerts and stuff. Finally, when the pandemic hit, the last concert I went to was this band, New Year's Day, doing an acoustic show in New York City. And that was the last concert I went to. Because of the fucking virus. Couldn't go anywhere. And really, when 2022 came, and the virus is starting to slow down, and we can go out, we didn't have to wear a fucking mask, or stand 6 feet apart and all that other shit. There wasn't that many concerts in New York City that I can actually go to. Besides, later on in the summer last year, I went to, Black Label Society, that came around my area, Anthrax. That concert was epic. But, this year, we really haven't gone to many concerts, except the concert I went to this past summer, which was, a bunch of my friends and their friends playing, jamming, basically like a karaoke concert. It was epic. Just watch my Metal Guy channel, put 4 videos up on there. 4. Some good shit. And I met my good friend Nando from Burn the Skies, which have an EP out now, by the way, called Anomaly Part 1. Good shit. That's good shit. You want some indie metal? That's the band to go, shit. There's so many other bands that I haven't even heard of, and I'm starting to learn about them. There's some good shit coming out of the New York metal scene. But good shit, and like I said, I mentioned in October I'm going to be part of a humongous tribute show. Humongous. Black Label Society tribute band, Metallica. Probably one of the, I don't know if it's the best one, but one of the best Metallica tribute shows and tribute bands in the New York area. Good fucking shit. I can't wait for that concert coming up in a little over a month. In late October. It's gonna be fucking epic in New York City. Oh! And who's gonna be there? This guy. Because I'm so fucking gifted. This a Make-A-Wish kid! No. No. Right place at the right time. You're jealous. So be jealous. Because you'll never get 2 million hits like I did on the video. It's not your video! Well, I get credit for it. And I gave credit in this moment. It's not on your channel! Don't matter. Don't matter if it's on my channel or not. I'm still part of the I'm still part of that damn fucking video, so you can't debate me about that. You can't. Even Rosa will agree with me that I get credit for it. Because she was there too! She was there, she'll tell you. I'm part of the video, so it counts. It fucking counts. 2 million plus hits. It is what it is. You're jealous. That's how it is. That's how it is with me. People are fucking jealous. That I know more about wrestling and sports than they ever will. They want me to do the debate, I really don't want to debate because their opinions don't really matter to me, and we all know whose opinion matters the most. It's me. But, we agree to disagree on things, but, I don't want to waste my time in a fucking debate. Especially, like, drama debates. Like, why waste my time on people that don't fucking matter to me? So you think you can call me a pussy? Like, oh yeah, you don't want to debate me. You don't want to be on a panel. Like, no, I don't want to be on a panel. I'm gonna get bombarded 6-on-1. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. So fuck you, man. You want to call me a pussy? I get more pussy than you. That's a fact. No cap. So call me what you will. You want to do this and that. Call me names. Call Rosa Shrek. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. That's pretty much it. I just don't care. So. That's it. You want to call me names? I don't care. But if you do bullshit, you're going to get called out on it. That's pretty much it. So, be jealous, motherfuckers, because you're not going to go anywhere. And I'm always will be 2 steps ahead of you and much better than you ever will be. And like MJF would say, I'm better than you, and you know it. That's a fact. No cap on that. Anyway, we're moving on from that. So check out my videos down below. And that's it. Alright, so moving on from that bull funky. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, on video number 3 on your late Wednesday night, August the 23rd, 2023, or if you're watching on the replay, or tomorrow, it's August the 24th, 2023. It is time for your late night AEW Dynamite! Yes! Review for August the 23rd, 2023. This is your go-home show before this Sunday afternoon's mega event, All In 2. Coming your way from Johnny Old England Love at Wembley Stadium in front of 81,000 screaming fans. Beginning at 12 Eastern, or 3 hours, or if you're in the West Coast, 9 a.m. Oy. But here in my neck of the woods, 12 p.m. Eastern Time with 0 hour. And then the main show at 1 p.m. That's 6 p.m. British time. And knowing how Tony Khan, I don't know how many matches he's going to have total on a main show. I guarantee in the East Coast, this pay-per-view won't end until about between 6 and 7 o'clock. So with the pre-show and the main show, we're gonna get like 6, maybe 7 hours of wrestling straight. Crazy. What's this, WrestleMania 35? We're gonna go 8 hours straight? 8.5? Not even 8. Wow. It was about like, what time did WrestleMania 35 start? Like 5, what was it? Between 4 and 6 p.m. and it ended like at 1 a.m.? I felt bad for all those people that went to WrestleMania 35 at MetLife Stadium. They had to spend all fucking day there. And they didn't get out till like 12, 1 o'clock. Crazy. And some of them had to take a train home. They couldn't even get home because the trains were gone. That's what happens when, basically, this is AEW's WrestleMania. They're trying to emulate, like, WrestleMania 3 being, when WrestleMania 3 was the largest, sporting event in America. Like, it was like 80, 90, I think it was like 80-something thousand people at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. And then they destroy that. I think at WrestleMania 34, I forget which one it was, like 101,000 people. But that was exaggerated, of course. But, AEW wants to, pull off, the biggest show of the year that beat WrestleMania 32, smashed that record. And then basically took SummerSlam 92, said, no, goodbye to that. We're gonna be the best thing, the most fans at a sporting event in America for a wrestling show. So there you go. So 81,000 people will be screaming for about 6 hours, at least about 6.5 hours. In Wembley Stadium to watch fucking epic fucking wrestling. And I think All In is going to be a great show. I think it's going to be AEW's biggest show ever in their 5-year history. And then after that, they got All Out, which is a basic glorified fucking version of Rampage. At the United Center, which is going to get like between 8 and maybe, I don't know how many. I don't think they're going to hit like 10, 15,000 in the United Center. I don't think it's not the United Center, it's not the Wintrust Arena, which is like smaller. So they'll probably get maybe 10,000 people. So from 81,000 to 10,000 at the week after that. Labor Day weekend. Ugh. I really don't even think they should have even done All Out 4. Because, like I said, it's basically the first 2 matches on the card look like they could be matches on fucking Rampage or Collision. I don't even know how Tony Khan's gonna book the pay-per-view. He's already got 2 matches. So, everything that's on All In will probably be just rematches and it'll be booked on Dynamite. Most of them will be booked on Dynamite and Rampage. So, like I said, it might be just like a rerun. Like, the Raw after WrestleMania is always a fucking rematch palooza. So, All Out 4 should be really titled All Out 4 Rematch Palooza. But it is what it is, and that's that. Alright, so we move on with that. So, the go-home show before All In. It was a pretty damn good show. This show tonight was pretty damn good. We had a lot of things to talk about. A lot of things. So let's get into it. It's also Fyter Fest 2023. We're going to get more on Friday on Rampage and on Collision, which is basically was taped after Dynamite. So all those people in Duluth, Georgia at the Gas South Arena, man, they went through a lot of wrestling tonight. I mean, a lot. They had a tape rampage, had a live Dynamite, and a post-show taped Collision. But I think if you're thinking about Ring of Honor was taped in advance. So Ring of Honor is not going to be from Duluth, Georgia. So I think it was in. They're still doing the Nashville, Tennessee tapings. So at least they didn't have to sit through Ring of Honor for like another 4 hours or whatever. Thank God for that. But it is what it is. Alright, so Fyter Fest 2023, Part 1, came off very well. And like I said, came from the Gas South Arena in Duluth, Georgia, outside of Atlanta. Bad Street, Atlanta, GA, dun dun dun. Right outside of ATL. And our commentary team, which was at ringside, which is strange. I think it's the first time it's been at ringside in like a couple of years at least. With Dynamite. They're usually on the stage, like stage left, stage right, whatever. They put the stage on, But at ringside, we had our commentary team of the man behind the mask, Excalibur, Taz, not a happy Met fan tonight, They got destroyed tonight. Lost 2 or 3 to JD's Braves. It is what it is. The Mets are just, playing for pride right now. Trying to finish out the season in the next 4 or 5 weeks. Thankfully, they're off tomorrow. Then they got a weekend series against the Angels. Ohtani, Trout's coming back from injury. Mets are going to get destroyed this weekend. Destroyed. And for you Yankee fans, hey, you actually got a win tonight. Yeah, Judgy Wudgy, I guess, roided up tonight. Because, yeah, he hit not 1, not 2, but 3 home runs. But they beat the Nationals. I mean, they could beat the Nationals in their fucking sleep. But there was a scary incident in that game. One of the players for the Nationals broke his leg. Ugh. The way it... Just watch it. I mean, you can find it on Google or on Twitter. Ugh, horrific injury. They had to stop the game, take the guy off the field on a cart. Ugh, just... I mean, I feel bad for that Nationals player. He's probably not going to be he's probably going to be out a long time. I don't even think he'll make it to spring training next year. But just a freak injury tonight at the Yankee game. But, Yankees won. They ended their 9-game losing streak. But Yankees ain't going anywhere either. I care less. I care less for the Yankees right now. And the Mets. It is what it is. Football season's coming around the corner. Trey Lance possibly in his final game as a 49er. Gonna be, I think he's starting against the Chargers this weekend. Sam Darnold, no! Is now quarterback number 2 behind Brock. Excuse me, can't talk. Behind Brock Purdy. So I got that. This weekend is the Jet debut of Rogers Discount Double Check. So he's gonna start for the Jets in their annual Jets-Giants game this weekend. I think it's Saturday night at MetLife Stadium. So probably play a little bit. You won't play a lot. You probably will play maybe 5 minutes, maybe the first quarter, and then he gone. Sit down! Sit down, Rogers, sit down. Wait till September the 11th when, the Jets open the season on Monday Night Football. And the Giants got the Sunday night game against the Cowboys. The Niners open up in Pittsburgh against the Steelers. Should be an easy win. But nothing's ever easy. Not the season. So football's starting a couple weeks till preseason hockey. The Rangers, they're back. See what happens with them. College basketball is coming your way in a couple months as well. Basketball, October the 24th it starts. That stupid in-season tournament begins right away. Come on. What kind of bullshit is that? Have a tournament at the beginning of the season. Then you get a stupid little trinket trophy. Stupid. That's why the NBA sucks. But it is what it is. That's that. Alright, let's get into Dynamite. I'm wasting way more than enough time. But if you don't like it, well, fuck you! Alright, so we have Excalibur, Taz, and the legend himself, Tony Baloney Schiavone, all at ringside. So, before we start the show, we have a nice in memoriam to Terry Funk. So, very nice, Tony Khan. Good job. Probably get that Friday night on SmackDown. Maybe tomorrow on Impact Wrestling. Maybe Ring of Honor too, I don't know. But I would think they'll do something on, definitely do something on SmackDown. I don't know anything about Rampage, and then Collision. But as long as Dynamite did it tonight, it was great. And they will talk about it on SmackDown on Friday. I think they'll either put up the picture, the in memoriam picture of Terry Funk, or maybe Michael Cole, or Corey Graves, or even like schmuck Kevin Patrick will talk about. It's like, oh, you lost Terry Funk. You know, they'll be all somber and, you know. When it is what it is. But, so, this episode was in memory of Terry Funk. The man. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so we start off Fyter Fest 2023 with a 6-man tag team match player. We had Bullet Club Gold, the Bang Bang Gang. By the way, too sweet me for the love of God. Of the Ass Boys, you know, the Gun Club. Many men wish death upon me. You know, I wish they came out. They should come out to that at All In. I don't even think they're even I know it's Bullet Club is taking on the Golden Elite, but I don't know what members of the Bullet Club are going to be fighting. I think it's Jay White. I think it's Jay White and the Ass Boys. Yeah, I think it's Jay White and the Ass Boys taking on the Golden Elite of Ibushi, Kenny, and Hangman Adam Page. But if the Ass Boys don't come out, I mean, they don't come out till Many Men by 50 Cent. I mean, you could start it off with Bullet Club, and then it goes right into freaking Many Men by 50. That'd be great. But, you know, Tony Khan gonna pay those royalties of 50 Cent, you know? But it is what it is. So anyway, they come out. By the way, bad lighting tonight. When the Ass Boys come out and they do, you know, they spit the water and, you know, they fuck that up with the lighting. So if I was Tony Khan, I'd fire the lighting guy. How do you fuck up that entrance? I mean, come on. Anyway, speaking of the Elite, we get the Elite of Kenny, God Omega, and the Young Bucks. And it's time to carry on my wayward son. Don't you cry no more. Bang! You know. So they come out with this epic 6-man tag team match, and basically it went nowhere. Because all 6 men beat the fuck out of each other right before the bell. And then Juice Robinson, rock hard Juice Robinson, grabs a chair. I don't know who the referee was. I don't know if it was Bryce. I think it was either Bryce or it was maybe Rick Knox. But he gets decked by Juice Robinson. I thought that was hilarious. Brawling continues. The Bucks get taken out. And then Jay White comes in to help with the beatdown. Bleed with Switchblade. And then, Takeshita comes out, lays out Kenny, as he came back Snapdragon suplex on one of the ass boys. I think it was Colton Gunn or Austin Gunn, whatever. One of the ass boys. And then Takeshita comes in, beats the fuck out of Kenny for a little bit. Lays him out. And then FTR come out. Dax Harwood and Cash Glock Wheeler. You know why. Glock Wheeler. That's what his new name is. Cash Glock Wheeler. Anyway, FTR comes out to help the Bucks clear out the Bullet Club Gold. So, they're all fighting on the outside. That leaves Kenny and Takeshita in the ring. Kenny tries for the one-winged angel, but somehow Takeshita gets out of it, and he runs out of the ring. So, a lot of people saying that Takeshita will face Kenny at All Out. That should be a good match. But, I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that. So, no match, basically, and not even no contest, but a humongous brawl to start Dynamite, and I thought it was great. So I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And we're off and running on Fyter Fest. And we move on. Alright, then we go to the hardest working woman in wrestling. That's Renee Paquette. She has a sit-down interview with MJF, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. And then later on, she talks to Adam Cole, baby! But she talks to MJF, who talks about how tight his trunks are going to be with 80,000 people chanting his name. I like how he said, Chubb's up, and then later on, Adam Cole's like, is it that hard? Is it that hard? Anyway, Issa had a lot of fun playing that clip, but I digress. Anyway, so he says, I'm like the British Bulldog if he was Jewish and a good public speaker. He says, if the fans chant for me, I'll buy them all a pint. So Renee's like, really? So MJF's like, no, of course not, Renee. I'm not gonna get that Mark Tony Khan to pay for it. We can edit that out, right? But MJF looked very serious in this freaking promo. He's all ready to show that he is the best when he wrestles twice at All In. And then we talk about his relationship with Adam Cole, baby. And then we see a clip of them, and MJF says that he's not trying to work us, he's actually being serious for once. He said that, he never had a real genuine friend, and Adam Cole, baby, made him a better person. And he understands why people don't trust him, and I feel very vulnerable right now for the first time in my life. He liked us to go with him, and he's ready to be your basically he's ready to be our scumbag. He says, I still have no idea who is turning, well, that's that. So, he says, he's being serious, he says, well, I'll be your scumbag. And, I'm vulnerable, the pressure is on me now to put on a good show, on the pre-show and on the main show. I think he can do it, because I think him and Cole are going to have a banger of a match with Aussie Open, which should not be on the pre-show. And then in the main event, hopefully they won't be too tired out from the pre-show. And hopefully none of them get hurt during the pre-show. But when that main event starts, it's going to be fucking epic. But who turns on who? We'll see what happens with that. So I gave MJF's promo 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright. Then we go to our first official match of the night. We had Rey Fenix taking on Jon Moxley for some odd reason. And then we had the news today that Rey Fenix is not going to be able to make it to All In to be in that Stadium Stampede match because of his visa troubles and travel troubles. So you knew, he was just going to be there tonight, and then maybe they'll do like an injury angle, which they did. I'll get to that in a minute. But Fast and Furious match, Moxley using his speed and, brute strength to try to topple Phoenix and his speed and everything. So they go to the floor. Moxley sends Phoenix, who sends Phoenix into the barricade. Beat the fuck out of him. Go back in. Phoenix misses a rope walk kick, but hits a running elbow in the corner. And then one hell of a clothesline by Mox. Drops Phoenix, like, does a flippy dibbity doo. 360 clothesline for a near fall as we go to picture-in-picture. We come back, Ray Phoenix fights back, but his rolling Gilmore cutter gets countered into a choke. That's why you need to do it when he's not looking. Anyway, Moxley then does some mat wrestling. Phoenix flips out, hits the rolling cutter this time for a near fall. Then he hits a frog splash for a near fall. Not like Eddie Guerrero, you know. But frog splash for a near fall. Moxley then catches him on top. Then a super death rider. Wow. For a near fall, of course, because Phoenix, you know. I don't know how Ray Phoenix kicked out of that, but we got a 2.99999999995. And then, Moxley with the elbows. Follows up with a rear naked choke, and Ray Phoenix passed out. So, under 14-minute match. Match was pretty damn good. 3.25 out of 5 stars. Getting a theme here. 3.25 out of that. So, 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. After the match, well, you knew the Blackpool Cup Club gonna come out. So, Claudio comes out. The schmuck Wheeler Yuta comes out. The man who fears Bob Ross. You know why if you watched Wink last night. So they come out, go after Phoenix with a crowbar. And at one point, freaking Claudio had the crowbar right in the eye of Ray Phoenix, like right in the mask, and you see like Phoenix like sick. And then Eddie Kingston and Pentagon Zero Miedo, they come out and they're about to save Ray Phoenix, but then we see Ortiz cut him off. We haven't seen Ortiz since very Blood and Guts. So Ortiz cuts him off, and then we hear the music of Santana. Remember Santana? Yeah, Santana Ortiz, LAX, Proud and Powerful. So there was like rumors that Ortiz was going to come back, but Santana was not going to come back because they've been having issues. I mean, real life fucking issues. So I guess they patched things up tonight. So Santana Ortiz make their triumphant comeback since last year. They cut them off. They start beating the fuck out of them. And then, I don't know who it was. I think it was Moxley. Hits Phoenix in the head, which the camera missed. How do you miss that? In the head with a crowbar. And then all the heels leave. And basically, Ray Phoenix is down on the floor. And he's like not moving at all. And then Pentagon comes in. The Best Friends and Orange Cassidy come in. All of them get in the ring and surround freaking Phoenix. It looks like he's dead. Or he got legit knocked the fuck out. But so since Ray Phoenix has got a storyline taken out of the match, even because with the visa problems, you know, now it's still gonna be a 5-on-5 match. Actually, it was supposed to be really 6-on-6, but now it's 5-on-5. So you have the Blackpool Cup Club of Moxley, Claudio, and Wheeler Yuta now teaming up with Santana and Ortiz to take on the team of Eddie Kingston, Pentagon, and the Best Friends and Orange Cassidy. So, a little bit of a change, but, you know, they had to write off Phoenix somehow. So, not the best way to do it because it looks scary. But we got that. And then we see, you know, Doc Samson come in, and all the doctors and the medics coming in. look after Phoenix, and Phoenix then gets stretchered out of the building, well, out of the arena, not out of the ringside area, I should say. And then we cut to Excalibur, Tony Baloney, and Taz. They're like all somber, like, oh, this is a very serious situation. And then they talk about DraftKings, just to go to commercial for DraftKings. Seriously? She just went to commercial. Fuck the DraftKings commercial. Fuck that. It is what it is. That's it. Alright. We go to break. We come back. We see Ray Phoenix getting put in the ambulance. We have Eddie Kingston's there, and Pentagon's there, and everybody's there. So the ambulance leaves the arena. And then Renee Paquette's trying to get a word with Eddie Kingston, and Eddie's like, get the fuck out of here, bitch! And then Renee's like, I just want to get a word. What happened? I want to, get your thoughts. And Eddie's like, get out of here. He tells the camera, get the fuck out of my face. And then, doesn't even want to talk to Renee Paquette. But then he starts yelling at her because of what her husband Moxley did. He's like, oh, they want me to fix it? Well, then he looks at the camera and like, I'll fix it, alright, at Wembley. I'm like, oh boy. Eddie Kingston needs serious fucking help. The dude is a psychopath. No wonder Ruby Soho left him. And Mia Yim. And I wouldn't be surprised if his wife left him. He's a freaking maniac. He is. He's got anger management problems up the wazoo. But, still a great, he's a great wrestler. I want to give him that. New Japan Strong, he's a champion for New Japan Strong. I forgot what the name of the belt is. I think it's the New Japan Strong Openweight title. I think he just won. So, big ups to him, former Grand Slam champion in Chikara. Former Ring of Honor champion. But, he's a psychopath. And, they did a video on Twitter. Tony Khan was like, talking about the AEW Fight Forever game that has, I think, new content with the Stadium Stampede match in there. And Kenny was there to do with the video. And then, out of nowhere, Eddie Kingston comes in and says, yeah, buy the game, but give me Corey, I want to kill him. I was like, damn, just say, buy the game and just shut the fuck up. Damn. It is what it is. So, Eddie's pissed. He has to take it out on Renee Paquette because she's married to Mox, who I thought Eddie and Mox were friends. And you treat his Eddie, you treat your best friend's wife like that? What kind of man are you? I think Moxley heard that, or Renee went to Mox like, did you see what Eddie called me? And Mox like, what'd he call me? I'm gonna fuck him up. So, I can tell you right now, that match is gonna be bloody. I would be surprised if Mox bleeds in the first 3 to 5 minutes of that match. He's gotta go all over Wembley. Probably all over England, for that matter. Who knows? But anyway, I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we go to a video, once again, with Renee, this time earlier in the day, with, we have the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara. So he's there, she's trying to get a word about what, his actions the last couple weeks with him saving Chris Jericho from the beatdown by, Don Callis and company. Excuse me. So then, former members of the Jericho Appreciation Society come in. Daniel Garcia, the Dancing Fool, and 2.0 of Angelo Pucker and Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard. And do you want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard? Well, ask him on his podcast. He'll tell you. I'm not going to tell you, but he has a YouTube channel, so you can ask him on his YouTube channel when he goes live. So, you want to know? You ask him. But anyway, they start arguing over Sammy. He's like, he's like, we all left and you're staying with him? What kind of man are you? And then, I think I saw Parker basically telling Sammy, so maybe you should choose wisely. Or something like that. And Sammy's like, I know what I'm doing. I still think Sammy's turning babyface. I don't know. So we'll see what happens with that. And I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Speaking of Jericho, get to our next segment, the contract signing between Jericho and Will Oceanspray for All In. This segment was fucking epic. Holy crap. Shoot galore, brother. So Tony Baloney's in the ring to do the festivities and everything. Will Oceanspray comes out first with Don Callis. And then Jericho comes out by himself without Sammy. Actually, no, Sammy was in the ring, no? I think he was in the ring. Maybe I missed it. But anyway, Jericho comes out to Judas in My Mind, which he will perform at All In. So he's going to come out to his own theme, which is great. So he's going to sing his way out. Well, maybe the fans will sing him out. He doesn't need to sing. He just has to... We'll have Fozzy there to play him out. And then he just comes out. Maybe he'll sing a little bit. I don't know. That should be cool. So anyway... So, to get down to it, Callis can't wait for Oceanspray to destroy Jericho once and for all. And then Ospreay with a heated fucking, I don't know if it was a shoot or what it was. He just went off on Jericho. And he talks about wanting to get money to put his 4-year-old stepkid through school. He says, my contract's coming up in 6 months. From New Japan Wrestling, it ends in next year, like right after Wrestle Kingdom. So the debate goes on. Where's Oceanspray going? He's going to sign with AEW? Is he going to WWE? I think he would fit great in WWE. That would be a steal of the century. If he goes to NXT, I don't think he'll go to NXT. I mean, he could and just be the best thing in NXT, but I'd rather have him on the main roster, going after maybe like one of the world title. Don't even put him in a mid-card title picture yet. Have him come out on Raw. Like, I don't know when. His contract ends, I think, in 6 months, so it's September, October, November, December, January, February. So he may appear before WrestleMania, or maybe appears at the Elimination Chamber. I mean, we'll have to see. Just comes out, and then appears on Monday Night Raw, he appears on SmackDown. Imagine him coming out and interrupting Roman. I think a lot of us were like, what the fuck are you doing here? And everybody's like, Will Oceanspray Roman! Issa would be like going crazy. Like, what is he doing here? Kick his ass, Roman! Roman will smash that bug. I mean, I have to see what happens with Oceanspray, in the next 6 months. Where does he go? Does Tony Khan open up his big fat checkbook and give, the world to Will Ospreay? And he has to give money to MJF? Oh! We could see freaking MJF and Ospreay in WWE at WrestleMania 40. So, who knows? Who knows what happens with that? Alright, anyway, he talks about that, and he says, I'm already better than everyone around here, even CM Punk. And he says, Jericho's legacy is just rocket fuel for his future. So then he signs the contract, and then Jericho takes his jacket off, because he wants to get serious. He talks about how he knew 5 years ago that Ospreay would be great. He references to the dirt sheets, Dave Meltzer, and then talks about how important this match is going to be. He talks about this match should have happened in 2021 if it wasn't for the fucking virus. He takes credit for Ospreay not being in a wheelchair, years ago when he was doing that high flying stuff, which basically fucked his neck up, and his career could have ended like about a year or two ago. So then Ospreay gets upset about that, gets in Jericho's face, and then after Jericho signs and everything, and then they have a big, humongous brawl, and then security and other people have to hold them back. It was just crazy. Ospreay's promo was just great. Probably the best Ospreay promo I've seen in a while. And he name drops. Oh, I beat Okada. It's like I'm gonna be the first man to beat Okada, Jericho, and Kenny in a span of 2 months. I was like, damn. He could probably do it. I think he will. I'm going with freaking Ospreay to beat Jericho in his. I mean, it would make no sense for him to lose in freaking England. Where the fans are gonna they're gonna fucking give him a pop. Because he's from England. But we'll leave it at that. So, I think Ocean Spray and Jericho are going to have a banger of a match, but I think in the end, Ospreay is going to win. Hopefully not without stupid interference from Aussie Open, or, somebody interferes and makes the match, from maybe a 4 or 5 star match, maybe to like a 3.5 match. Still going to be a banger, but I think Ocean Spray is going to get the win. But this segment was great. 4.25 out of 5 stars. Just great. Alright, then we get to the sit-down interview with Adam Cole, baby, who looks at a highlight package of his friendship with MJF. Then we see some clips of him and Roddy and the Kingdom having some issues with both the guys. So Cole gets on his feet, starts yelling at Renee. Wait, what did Renee do today? Everybody's mad at Renee. Jesus. Exactly, Wrestling Cat. Wrestling Cat is even mad at Renee. You mad at Renee too? Exactly. But anyway, so he gets on his feet and says, "Can a normal guy have a normal friendship with somebody? Is it that hard? Is it that hard to be friends with somebody?" So he just snapped. Right away, he just snapped. He's like, "Why is everybody messing with me and think I'm gonna turn on MJF?" One of them's gonna turn. We don't know who. But it is what it is. So I gave Cole's promo 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's that. Alright, then we go back to the arena finally for more action. As we go to a Tornado Tag Team match player, we have the Mogul Embassy with my good friend, the real Prince of the Prophecy and the Purge. That is my good friend, Prince Nana. He brings out whose house? Swerve's house. Swerve Strickland and A.R. Fox as they take on the team of Nick fucking Wayne and his good buddy Darby Allin. How you doing? I come from Seattle. This match was crazy. Nick Wayne's mom was at ringside. She's a nice lady. Nice little Wayne's World, the double os cutter on the outside of both men, and then, not to be outdone, Darby hits a double coffin drop on them, knocking everybody down like bowling pins. And then Nick Wayne gets suplexed on the floor. Ow. And then they go back inside. They went back and forth. Then they go outside again. Come back in. We're going to get some double teaming by Swerve and A.R. Fox. Plants Nick Wayne, including a spinning fisherman suplex for a near fall. Nick Wayne was getting the fucking shit beat out of him, and somehow he's still kicking out at 2. Then basically Nick Wayne was left to die, so A.R. Fox goes up to finish him off with a 450 and missed, and then Nick Wayne rolls him up with some weird pin. 1, 2, 3, Nick fucking Wayne, of all people. Nick fucking Wayne gets his first win in AEW in just under 10 minutes. So Nick Wayne and Darby get the win. Nick's mom is all happy about it. Darby's all happy. We're all happy. So they get the win. Match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. Wasn't that great, but still. Nick fucking Wayne gets his first win. There you go. Alright, so after the match, we see Darby and Nick Wayne go up the ramp. And then, Swerve was pissed. He starts laughing, calls us very disappointing. Then he turns on AR Fox and blames him for the loss. And Fox is like, what are you yelling at me for? I didn't do anything. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And then Nana's trying to keep the peace. And he's even pissed off at AR Fox, saying, you motherfucker, yelling at him and shit. And then Swerve's like, Nana, take the mic. I don't want to talk to this douchebag anymore. So Nana basically does his best Vince McMahon impression and says, AR Fox, you're fired. They kick him out of Mogul Embassy, and then we see Brian Cage lay him out after that. And then Darby, Nick Wayne, and the man called Sting. It's Stink! They come out for the save. And, the Mogul Embassy runs for the hills. Darby then gets on the mic, forgives AR Fox for everything. It's like, oh, you saved me from being homeless and shit. Then Darby asks Swerve, who you got to replace AR Fox? And then, Christian Cage and Luchasaurus come out. Christian reminds Nick Wayne that his father, Bubba Wayne, or something like that. His father is in fact dead. Oh my god, dude, come on. Stop being such savages when everybody's fucking dad is dead. Jack Perry. Oh, I forgot. I think he had another person he was messing with, and talking about their dead family members and shit. I'm like, damn, Christian, you are savage. And then Christian's like, I never even heard of your father, so you must have been a great wrestler, or not that great of a wrestler. So Christian's like, I like the idea of being a mentor to wrestlers with dead fathers, so maybe Nick Wayne will listen to him someday. I'm like, damn. So Joey's like, don't listen to him. Shh, don't listen to him. So I have a feeling that we're gonna get an 8-man tag team match, most likely at All Out. So it's gonna be Sting, Darby, Nick Wayne, and AR Fox against Swerve, Brian Cage, and maybe the Gates of Agony. Unless they change it up somehow. That's still a double coffin match, but I don't know how they're going to do it. But I think instead of a double coffin match, now we're going to get an 8-man tag team match. But people were saying on Twitter that AR Fox may have some travel problems with his visa going. He's not on a visa. He's from the U.S. So maybe his passport. So he can't make the trip. So, Tony Khan got a lot of problems on his hand. He got Cash Wheeler on his clock. Ray Phoenix is gone. Jamie Hayter's not on the show because of injury. And Bryan Danielson's not even on the show because of injury. We don't even know when Bryan Danielson's coming back. Same thing with Jamie Hayter. We don't know when she's coming back. Sucks. But gotta do what you can. Alright, so I gave the match was, like I said, I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars, but the aftermath was great. I gave that 3.5 out of 5 stars. So there you go. Alright, after that, we get a sit-down interview with FTR and the Bucks. The Bucks think FTR need to win this match more than they do to cement their legacy. FTR talk about their, legacies. So the Bucks cut him off, and really Matt Jackson was just doing all the talking. Nick Jackson just sat there. and basically it was just Matt Jackson in a promo, promo off with Dax Harwood. Cash Wheeler just sat there, just said nothing. Maybe he was thinking about his clock. I don't know. And then Nick Jackson just sat there. So they say they're the reason FTR is in AEW in the first place. Then Matt's like, one day when all this is all said and done, the Bucks hope FTR will give them their flowers. Then Matt's like, oh, you'll just be remembered for being being called out on BTE. I was like, damn. So then Dak's like, oh, we're gonna fight, So they tease a little bit of fighting, but nothing really happens. So we'll see what happens this Sunday afternoon. FTR Bucks 3 for the AEW World Tag Team titles. And I think the Bucks will win. I mean, we'll see. I think the Bucks are gonna win. The belt's back. But then again, we'll have to see. Alright, so I gave this segment 3.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we see the Outcasts, Tony Storm, Paige, and Ruby Soho. They're ready for their tag team match coming up on Rampage, where it's going to be Paige and Tony Storm taking on the team of Hikaru Shida and Dr. Britt Baker, GMG. Baby. And that's pretty much it. And we move on. Alright, after that, speaking of Ruby Soho, she takes on Sky Blue, or Corey J 2.0. In a match that, was kind of boring. Really just Ruby came out by herself against Sky Blue, who came out by herself. Kind of a back and forth match. Ruby fights out of Skyfall. And tries to hit a Saito suplex and then really get all of it. So Sky Blue hits a neck breaker. They go into a pinfall reversal sequence. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then Sky Blue hits Skyfall for a near fall. Tries to go for Code Blue and couldn't hit it. But instead, Ruby hits No Future into Destination Unknown. Hits that 1, 2, 3, just under 7.5 minutes. Ruby Soho is your winner, and she has her sights set on Chris Statlander and the TBS title. Interesting. For a person that, was in the finals of the AEW Women's Tournament, couldn't beat Statlander, or couldn't win, and then she was in the TBS title tournament, couldn't win. You think she's gonna win the TBS title? Probably not. We'll have to see what happens with that. So, I give the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's that. Alright, then we go to the back. Renee Young has Rowdy and the Kingdom of I'm Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. Basically saying they're going to be watching MJF and Adam Cole. And Rowdy's like, by the end of All In, we're going to see who's real between MJF and Adam Cole. So I still think that Rowdy is going to turn on Adam Cole, and MJF will retain, and then probably going into Grand Slam, we'll see Adam Cole, baby, against Rowdy. That should be some good shit. But then again, Rowdy can help Adam Cole beat MJF, and he gets the belt. But I don't see that happening. I think Rowdy is going to screw Adam Cole. Not like that, but you know what I mean. I think MJF will retain thanks to Rowdy. But we'll have to see what happens with that. So we get that. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we see a video of the House of Black getting rid of Billy Gunn. Throwing his boots in a trash compactor. So then we get a impromptu promo as the Acclaimed, Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, they just run out. They are pissed at the House of Black. They call him out and says, hey, turn off the lights and get out of here. So on cue, the House of Black come out. Lights go out. Brody King, Buddy Murphy, and Malachi Black, along with the beautiful Julia Hart, they come out. To get in the ring, we got a 3-on-2 beatdown for a little bit. Then the music of the Acclaim hits again, and then we get Daddy Ass! Daddy Ass Billy Gunn comes out for the save. And he gets on the mic. I was like, and then it was like, everybody was like, oh, he's gonna turn on the Acclaim. Remember what Malachi was like whispering in his ear? But, so Daddy Ass talks about how the house has taken everything from him. They beat up his son, Max Caster, busting him wide open. So he's like, well, I'm gonna take something from you guys. So he makes the challenge for All In. He says, I'm All In. Trios championship match between the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass against the House of Black. So Billy says, I promise that he said Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, and then somebody that we haven't seen in a long time. And then he's like, tells the House of Black, oh, you don't want to see this guy. And I'm like, everybody's like, well, who? Who's it gonna be? I was like, it can't be BG, you know, the Road Dogg, Jesse James. He works for Vince. He works for Hunter now. Oh, wasn't him. So he says he says, I promise a real badass is coming to All In. So the badass Billy Gunn is coming back to All Elite Wrestling. Well, he's gonna be at All In. So the fans are like, wow. So the badass Billy Gunn is coming to All In. Man, I mean, if freaking if Road Dogg wasn't working for, you know, Hunter and Vince, I would have loved to hear, you know, I would have loved to see, you know, the New Age Outlaws reunite at All In. You know, have Road Dogg come out and say, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Deep Generation X proudly brings to you its 9-time Tag Team Champions of the World! The Road Dogg Jesse James, the badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws! Oh, that would have been great. But then again, maybe Max Caster does it. I don't know. It wouldn't sound that good, though, but it'd be great to hear their rap in England for 81,000 people. And then Bone's like, Sesame! Oh, well, I don't even think he can say it, but Sesame! Badass! Doesn't sound right. But there will be scissoring at All In, because I think the Acclaimed are going to win the Trios titles, and Billy Gunn finally gets that Trios title he's been talking about getting. It's finally going to happen. So he'll finally be a champion again in All Elite Wrestling. The fans are going to go nuts. We're going to all scissor in England, and I'm watching on pay-per-view, whatever we're watching from. It's going to be an epic moment, and we'll see how long the Acclaimed and badass Billy Gunn will hold those Trios titles and who they lose to. I mean, we'll have to see. It might be the Mogul Embassy. You know, maybe it's, God forbid this, but maybe it's those dorks in the Dark Order, you know, Evil Uno and the Beaver Boys, you know, Johnny Huggy and Alex Reynolds, maybe, but I'm thinking it might be the Righteous. I think the Righteous are going to win those Trios championships. You know, Vincent, Dutch, and Stu Grayson, I think they're going to be the ones to beat the Acclaim and become the new Trios champions by sometime later this year. Mark my words, it might happen. But we'll see what happens with that. So that impromptu promo with the badass Billy Gunn coming back, I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a rundown of what's going to happen on Rampage and Collision this week. Rampage has that tag team match with the women, Hikaru Shida and Britt Baker Bebe taking on Paige and Toni Storm with Ruby Soho at ringside, And on Collision, we have an 8-man tag team match with Sting, CM Punk, Darby, and a mystery partner taking on, I believe it's Swerve, Brian Cage, and I think the Gates of Agony. I think. I forget who's in the match. I know it's Sting and CM Punk are going to team together, which is weird. Okay. And then Darby. Sting, Darby, and Punk, who they teamed before. But then a mystery partner, we don't know who that might be. I think it might be AR Fox. Then again, it could be Nick Wayne. Then again, it could be somebody else. I think Joe is in that match too, so I don't know the actual match, but I think Joe's in it with Swerve, and I think Brian Cage is in that, and then a fourth member. But we'll see what happens with that. So should be a pretty good show on Rampage this Friday night, and on a taped Collision, because I taped it tonight. So we'll see it on Saturday. But because everybody's off to England, they're probably in England right now. I mean, 7:21 in the morning in England. They probably just landed. Most of them probably landed, or they're gonna land later tomorrow, Thursday, and then they have the media scrums and all the pre-show things on tomorrow, Friday, media day, Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday at 5 o'clock British time. They start the pay-per-view with the pre-show, and it probably won't end until about 11, 12 o'clock British time. Here it will probably end about between 5 and 6, maybe 7 p.m. Oh, it's going to be a long day. A long day on August the 27th. Long fucking day. I mean, for people that are doing watch-alongs, you might be doing a 6-7 hour stream. You better have unlimited StreamYard if you're doing it from StreamYard or wherever you're taping from. But if I were people that are doing watch-alongs, I would start at 1 o'clock. I wouldn't even bother with the pre-show. I mean, you can watch it on YouTube, and then when you start the pre-show for your watch-along, maybe do it about 12:45. Then you can talk about the match with MJF and Adam Cole taking on the Aussie Open for the Ring of Honor Tag Team belts, which should not be on the pre-show. That might be the main event of the pre-show. So if you're starting your pre-show if you're starting your watch-along at 12:45, you're probably starting off with that match and then going all 5-6 hours for the main show. It's gonna be crazy. Crazy. And then you got a post-show to do if you're doing a post-show. Like Joe Cronin would do, or even like Schmuck JD might do. Wrestling Inc.'s gonna do it, I think. So I don't know if Easter's gonna even be on the post show. So it might be just Jimmy Coderas, Justin LeBar, and Jack Farmer. So I think Easter's probably gonna go to sleep after watching being on the watch along for like 5-6 hours. Ugh. I think I might take a nap after watching that long-ass fuck pay-per-view. I might take a nap. Take a long nap, get up, have my sensible dinner, and then maybe do my review probably like 10, 11 o'clock at night, because I'm gonna need a break. I'm gonna need a nap. But, jeez. Long day, ladies and gentlemen, so get ready. Also, this Saturday, on the third episode of the Shadows Lair backup channel, on episode number 3, your all-in prediction show. So, check it out on the backup channel to my Shadows Lair channel, which I still can't get the original channel back, so I think that channel is gonna eventually be dead. So, start the new channel off. So, link to the new Shadows Lair channel, the backup channel, in the description box. So, watch the first 2 episodes. More to come later this year. So, I'm gonna get back on track. So, it's a new season. New channel. At the start, back at 0. But right, we got 9 subscribers. So, subscribe to the Shadows Lair channel. And hopefully, those subs from 9 will go up to a lot. But, take it as it comes. So, but subscribe to the backup channel. Link down below. Alright. So do that now. But like I said, predictions will be coming on Saturday. Before I do my errands, I got a busy weekend the next 2 weekends, so I'm gonna try to get everything I can done by this weekend. Tomorrow I'll be doing Ring of Honor. Friday I will be doing SmackDown. Late Friday night, and then Saturday I will be doing two videos. I'll be doing actually 3 videos because I got to do Rampage, got to do the predictions for All In and Collision, and then Sunday, late Sunday, I'll be doing my All In review right here on the channel. So I'm gonna be busy this weekend, and then next week we got a lot to go through. Raw, NXT, Dynamite, go home show before All Out, SmackDown, go home show before Payback, Rampage, Collision, Payback. Then we got All Out. I'm going to try to get everything I can with predictions for Payback, predictions for All Out that may come at various times on Labor Day weekend. So, gonna get all that and the reviews as well. And then on Labor Day, I'll do Monday Night Raw, and then September the 5th, I will be doing a vlog on the backup channel for Labor Day, when I did Labor Day weekend, which probably be doing nothing besides watching wrestling. I'm gonna get that, and then the schedule might change a little bit. Might not be on every day, because of my new work schedule, my new position starts in September, so I might not be on every day, but I'll try to get on as much as I can. So, stay tuned. Hit that bell so you won't miss out on anything coming your way the next 2 weeks and going into September and for the rest of 2023. That's that. Alright, so we get a rundown of what's coming up Friday and Saturday on Collision and Rampage. That leads us to our main event of the evening for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. We have the Hardy Boys, Matt Hardy, Delete, and Jeff Hardy, dude, as they take on Aussie Open, Aussie, oi, 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 of Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher. Paul Turner is your referee. I didn't think they were going to get a lot of time, but there was a long, I think the first time in AEW Dynamite history, they had a 5-minute overrun. They ended at 10:05. So it kind of emulated NXT a little bit. But match itself was meh. The brawlers start. Hardy sent Aussie Open to the outside, keep the beatdown going, go to a quick break, come right back. Jeff Hardy, dude, is in trouble, but he fights his way out. Hits Whisper in the Wind. Then gets the hot tag to Matt Hardy, who deletes everybody. Cleans house. And then all 4 men out on the ring. Matt then hits a superplex on Fletcher into a middle rope splash for a near fall, as Davis made the save to save the titles. They get back up, and Aussie Open win the match with the Aussie Arrow, not Coriolis. So they finish off Jeff, who took the pin in 8 minutes. So kind of an abrupt ending, maybe. I think maybe a segment went too long. They had to cut this match a little bit short. Maybe because of the end segment, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, match itself could have been better, but I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. That's that. Aussie Open, still your Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. After the match, they get on the mic. Mark Davis promises to keep the titles. And then MJF and Adam Cole, baby, come out. They stare down Aussie Open. Then we get a big-time brawl. They try for the double clothesline. That don't work. They try for the kangaroo kick. That don't work. And then Cole tries a super kick. I think it was Kyle Fletcher. But Fletcher moved. And MJF caught Cole's super kick attempt. And it was like, oh. And then MJF was like, motherfucker, what are you doing? He glares at Cole with a really mean look on his face. He grabs the belt, holds it up to his face. And then he, brushes past Cole and then stops, goes in his pants, doesn't grab his tiny micro cock. He grabs the Dynamite Diamond Ring and threatens to knock Cole out with the Dynamite Diamond Ring. But then he stops, takes off the ring, puts it back in his pocket, and he just rushes at Cole. Give me a hug, brother. So they hug it out to end the show. And the fans are happy. But I think we know better. It's coming. The turn is coming. I think it might be MJF turning on Adam Cole. Either on the pre-show or maybe during their match. But I still think Roddy is going to screw Adam Cole. And I think MJF's going to come out maybe on the Dynamite after... probably on the August 30th Dynamite. He's going to come out and, he's going to say, I had nothing to do with it. And then Cole's going to... maybe Roddy comes out with the Kingdom. They talk for a little bit. And then Adam... They maybe there's some teasing that MJF's going to beat the fuck out of Adam Cole... Roddy and the Kingdom. But then Adam Cole comes out. He says, no, we're not going to do this. Max, you're my friend. Roddy, why did you do that to me? And then Max just clocks him right in the fucking head with a belt. And then maybe MJF joins up with Roddy and the Kingdom. That'll be interesting. Roddy and the Kingdom with Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker. A new Kingdom. And then you got the beautiful Maria Kanellis with them. So we'll have to see what happens with that. That may happen, may not. Who knows? But we'll see what happens this weekend. There might be some promos with MJF and Cole just to hype up the show. And probably going to be a lot of promos this weekend to hype the show. But we're getting ready for All In 2 this Sunday afternoon in front of 81,000 plus fans at Wembley Stadium. It's gonna be an epic fucking show. Might be the pay-per-view of the year. We'll have to see. And that's that. So that's it. Alright, so that ends the show. Thank you all for watching. Peter Joseph signing off. My final rating for I didn't rate NXT, but I put it in the description box. I gave NXT 7.5 out of 10 stars, and I'm going to give AEW Dynamite the same rating. So 7.5 out of 10 stars for Dynamite. Great show tonight. Lots of surprises and crazy shit going on. So we'll see what happens on SmackDown this Friday night. We got Jimmy Uso on the program. See what he has to say. We got he did it. Grayson Waller and Rey Mysterio, Booyaka Booyaka, in a non-title match. Should be a pretty damn good match there. And we'll see what else happens on SmackDown. And then on Rampage, we got that women's tag team match, like I said. Collision taped this Saturday night with that epic 8-man tag team war. And much more on the programs. So stay tuned for that. And that's it. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. It's 2:33 in the morning. I gotta go to bed because I got an early day tomorrow at work. So I gotta I gotta get out of here. I'm not gonna edit. I'm gonna edit it up tomorrow when I get back from work and my errands and everything. So we got that and a bag of chips. So I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Once again, 7.5 out of 10 stars for Dynamite. It was a great show. And we'll see what happens on Friday with Rampage and SmackDown. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your cookout. And if you're not down with that, once again, tribute to the man, the hardcore, he's a hardcore legend, the hardcore legend himself, Terry Funk. If you motherfuckers are not down with me, and you're not even down with Terry Funk, well, Terry will have 2 words for you. Well, maybe 3 words. Funk you, man. Right, Terry? That's right. Forever. There you go. Thanks, Terry. Thank you. God rest your mighty soul. That's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Until next time. And there will be a next time. I'm out. Peace. And God bless Terry Funk.